All right. So today is Saturday. I'm recording this on a Saturday. January 11th.
Why you said January like that?
It's January 11th of 2020. Second podcast of the year. Yeet. And welcome to the Pinstripe Strong Podcast, y'all. This is episode 66.
Six.
Volume 10?
10.
Yes. Got a lot to discuss today. We're going to go ahead and break it down. Joined here once again, 2 weeks in a row by Keith McPherson in here in the house.
Yeah, buddy.
And we're going to go ahead. We're going to break down what happened this week. Yankee news and notes. What's happening with us. Let's go ahead. Let's break it down, man.
Let's do it.
Let's go now. What's going on, y'all? It is your boy, Joe's McFly here. Joined here by my two co-hosts,
Chris.
Your Keek.
and got Jeff out there producing, doing a great job with the music and the sounds and making sure that the volume is good. So, okay. All
The
right.
Drama King is in the building.
Making sure we sound good for you guys.
And guys, yeah, definitely. Welcome to the Pinstripe Strong Podcast, where in this podcast, we're seriously serious about not taking things too serious.
Are you serious?
I'm
No.
very serious
No,
about
actually,
not being
I'm
serious.
not being serious.
And I'm serious about that.
But was that a serious statement?
That's a serious statement.
All right, I'm gonna take you serious this time.
But how are you guys doing today?
How you doing, Keith?
Seriously? I'm seriously trying to get serious. Not the radio, not
All right.
not satellite radio.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
Serious radio.
What's good on the week, man?
Not serious radio.
What's good with you, Chris?
Man, be feeling good, man. Feeling good.
Chris is dressed just a little different today. You're looking,
A little dapper.
yeah, just a little dapper, man.
No Yankee. I'm going out afterwards.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, we're
Yeah, I'm taking care of something.
oh, okay. Well,
What you mean?
the way he said it, bro, it's like,
No, I'm going out.
I'm gonna take care of something tonight.
But
Tonight's
yeah,
tonight.
there's the reason you don't see like no Yankee attire or anything like that.
All right.
We'll be back next week.
It's
And
that
that's
big drip.
yeah, and that's basically for the people that are definitely watching us on YouTube right now, watching the live stream. Thank you guys so much, first and foremost, for joining us. Right.
Thank you guys.
And whoever's listening to us, whether it's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, everything like that. Thank you guys. Also, last week's episode was a pretty popular episode. So if you haven't listened to it, stop right here. Pause it. Press that pause button. Go back, listen to that one, then come back here.
back.
Hold on. Give him a second. All right, you're back.
Welcome back.
All right, good.
Take your time.
Yeah, take your time. So it was good. We had fun on there. Keith came on there for the first time, and he was chopping it up with us. Some Stevies and people love that Donahue stuff, man.
It felt right, man. That was fun. That was too fun.
Stevie D.
But guys, as always, we are presented, of course, by JomboyMedia.
Facts.
Go to JomboyMedia.com to be able to get all of the Yankees news, notes, breakdowns. Which
Merch.
John Boy actually had a funny breakdown that Keith sent them this week with the Venezuela fighting.
Yeah, it went down.
That shit was funny as hell.
It went down.
So anyway, go over there, go check it out there. I keep promising you this every week, but just the same way that I was promising you a guest for a very long time, I will one day I will do this. But we're gonna get a spot online. It's just that right now we're handling a lot of other stuff on the back end, and just got to put that on the on the back burner a little bit, but there will be a Pinstripe Strong part where you could go in there and see what's going on. You could get merch. Right now, you could get merch in the shirts like the one I'm wearing right now.
The hoodies.
Pinstripe Strong. The hoodies and other stuff like that. You could be able to get it right there. So remember, go to JomboyMedia.com. And if you want to, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Keep it very consistent, At Joe's McFly, follow Chris
McFly 28 on IG and Twitter.
and follow Keith.
At Keith McPherson.
Okay, good. I think he got an underscore on Instagram. I mean on Twitter.
But don't make it too complicated.
Don't make it too
for him,
complicated.
you know? If you search Keith McPherson,
You'll find him.
you'll find one account that's got Keith McPherson all together and it's locked with no tweets.
Good.
And then another account that's mine with 50,000 tweets.
Yeah.
That's probably the one.
Yeah, that's probably the one. You can follow producer Jeff at Young God Jeff. Actually only on Twitter now, exclusively. And of course, follow the Pinstripe Strong podcast and vlogs and everything on
Across
Twitter
platforms
and Instagram. And look for us on YouTube too.
On YouTube.
All right, so now that we finished plugging all those millions of things, if we don't plug it, nobody will. Right? You got to do it. Free advertising.
The Yankees did make some signings.
Yes, some signings. So, okay, in this podcast, we've got signings, arbitration, some more cheating news because, that's just what's been happening now, especially this offseason. And then we have some, a little bit of legs and no legs. I got a voicemail later on for us. And then we have some miscellaneous just shenanigans and tomfooleries. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to take a look into that. But first, we have a review. Somebody left us a 5-star review. Was nice enough to do that. And this person.
You want me to read it?
Oh, go ahead.
So, Naresh Naduri.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Naresh. Great energy. Big fan of, subject line. Awesome Yankee podcast with lots of, and it gets cut off right
Yeah, I wish I would have seen that. It gets cut off on there too.
That's fine. Great energy. Big fan of live game shows. I watched Joe singing song for Brett Gardner at bat ALCS game. That was hilarious. Keep it rocking, guys.
Yeah, seriously serious about not being too serious. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for the 5-star review. Make sure you guys do leave us a 5-star review. And also feel free to leave us a voicemail at the Pinstripe Strong voicemail so that we could be able to read it on a future podcast. And that phone number will be 347-389-4898. Hey, 347-389-4898.
You got one of those corny Bronx commercial jingles.
Yeah, it is, right? But it's mad catchy. Like
1877 cars for kids.
Oh my God.
KAR.
they're not paying us for that. So they until they reach out to us to be able to do that, then I'll talk about
Joe's for kids.
Joe's for kids. Thank you, Jeffrey, for not dropping no crickets in there either.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You got some signings, man. I have no idea how some of these signings got past the legs and no legs. Like, geez, man, these under the radar, these sheesh, man. The Yankees just came down and just. It's basically another Garrett Cole signing out here with Iannetta.
You laughing, but he's probably gonna start
Imagine
on July 7th.
Nah, man. Do not wish that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Injuries are inevitable, but the good thing is being prepared for it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to not have an opportunity and not be prepared. Or I think I said
I think you completely. It's better to have an opportunity.
Damn, it sounded so good at first.
To not be prepared or whatever.
It sounded so good.
We'll get it.
Stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready.
All right, good shit.
Yeah.
You see, he just simplifies these things.
It's all about simplicity.
That's it is. Simplicity.
Simplicity.
Anyway, so Iannetta. So Sweeney Murdy actually reported that the veteran catcher Chris Iannetta was signed to a minor league deal, played 14 seasons, mostly with Colorado and the LA Angels of Anaheim. I still can't get over that name. Turns 37 in April, along with Eric Kratz. Basically just a dump move. It's not really anything really to talk about too much there, but hopefully, like you said, he's not playing a bigger part later on. Right?
I don't think he's gonna play a bigger part.
All right, good.
He's 37. How old is Eric Kratz?
Probably around the same age.
Now, here's the question for the audience. How old is Tanner Swanson, the new catching coach? Are these guys older than
catchers.
the coach?
It's all right because if they all in there, you know, it's like many adults in the room kind of thing. It's like
Gary's gonna be looking at these old dudes like, no, me no.
Yeah, everybody's gonna be like, basically could tell him what to do a little bit. Like, yo, hey, I've been here. All right,
Like, you don't know, say.
Nah, I like it though because
I do too, man.
I think Sanchez still hasn't completely evolved as a catcher, and also he needs to. Because I don't know, man. I feel like Sanchez he be getting hurt, so I feel like maybe they'll change something that would help him from getting injured down the line because we need Sanchez.
Yeah,
we need him for the long run.
Well, not only that, but I kind of feel like the veteran thing, not for the major league team, but for the minor league teams, I think is good to have veteran catchers in there because you got these younger pitchers and then you got these guys that are kind of taking them under the wing. Like, hey, I've handled big league staffs before, so if you want to get there, I know what you need to.
Yeah, it's confidence. It's instilling confidence,
especially for Davy Garcia.
Exactly. So him, Kratz, like those kind of guys. Like that, and the Yankees had a pitcher.
Yeah, Nick Tropiano.
Nick Tropiano reported, I think, by John Heyman or some other people. I don't know who actually broke the news on that.
John Heyman, he broke it. Minor league deal with camp invite.
Okay, so you get invited to the camp. I don't, minor league deal. So
New York guy. That's the only thing that I got
New York
from
guy.
Stony Brook went to Stony Brook. I think he's from West Islip.
Just like Joe Nathan. Joe Nathan went to Stony Brook. I remember when I went to that school to do. Forgot what I went to. I think to party or some shit like that. Back when I cared about that. But I went over there and I remember going to the baseball field and they're like, "Hey, this is the one that he built or something like that." I was like, "Oh shit!" I was kind of taken aback by it. Like,
the Sea Wolves of Stony Brook. Stony Brook Sea Wolves. They used to play decent football over there too.
Yeah, guys. Also, don't if just don't even look up Nick Tropiano's numbers, okay? They're not even. I'm not even gonna read them, okay?
I don't think it matters.
Yeah,
it's like as Yankee fans, we're so thirsty for any news, any signings in the offseason. It was one of those things. I looked at it real quick. I saw his stats or whatever, and I was just like, whatever, count it.
Yeah. Remember after I put out a tweet saying, "Man, I want some news this week," you know what I mean? And then after everything kind of happened then, and then we have Gardner finally got his Raven and was like. Hey, it's like it finally came probably like last week. Like, Gardner, come in. You got to take a physical, bro. Can you take your physical so we could officially
dated December 15th?
He was like, he wiped the sweat from the top of his brow. As he was finally cutting that great oak tree that he was cutting down since the beginning of the offseason for the Yankees, and finally cut it down for the Woods and. Gardner's part of the ecosystem. Mm-hmm. So he did that, and then now he came up, he came down from the north probably or some shit like that. From the north. He has probably got like a cabin up there, and he came down, finally officially signed it, and Tarpley was DFA. Or released.
Yeah, goodbye.
Was it released or DFA?
He was...
I think it was DFA.
Designated for assignment.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with him if someone
DFA
checks
is
on him.
It's like fired, right? You imagine you go to work and like I go to my job, like.
Well, not really. It's like firing you. No, it's like putting you on like active leave, where like you could potentially come back if you don't choose to work somewhere else, or in baseball terms, if no one else wants you. Yeah.
It'd be like, "Hey Joe, you've been designated for assignment." It's like. Okay, so
am I fired? No.
So what's my assignment? I don't know. But you've been designated for it, and that's what happened with Tarpley.
Goodbye, man. Good riddance.
Yeah, goodbye. I don't know about good riddance, but
he could be back.
No, listen, he has some bright spots. He has some bright spots, but he just wasn't consistent.
Bro, but you can't say that off of just 1 year, bro. I can't.
Nah.
What?
Nah.
He said, nah.
Don't you remember? Like, I can't say that because Dellin, when he came up this first year, had like a 20 ERA, and everybody's like,
but that's Dellin.
I understand,
we knew what type of stuff Dellin had, and he's a monster.
But Bañuelos was supposed to be the best one out of all of them.
Yeah.
So you just never know.
In baseball, you really can't call
You don't know. So maybe just like Chad Green, sometimes you got to fail to come back.
Let's find out.
We're about to find out. And I think this might be affecting people's mood on it. But
Hit the Googles.
Yeah.
Hit your Googles. How old is
Tarpley?
Stephen Tarpley tonight on baseball trivia?
Is it Steven or Stefan?
Stephen Tarpley.
Is it Stephen Curry?
Stephen.
Stephen Tarpley.
Stephen Tarpley.
So
He
Tarpley-
is 26 years old.
Yeah, 26.
So
All
he's
right.
still fairly.
Yeah,
he's in the middle.
He got time. It was the first year, so.
With a 6.93
It's all right.
ERA.
February.
Plus,
17th.
other teams in the league were cheating with him in there, so you never know.
Sure.
Sure. You never know. So let's go.
Sure.
Other Yankee news, and this is pretty important because I freaking can't stand this. This is like my least favorite part of baseball.
Arbitration.
I just don't. I cannot stand the arbitration process. I don't like it. I don't understand why they do this. Arbitration and Keith, you got the. So there's always a date in the year where the beginning of the year where the teams have to put in. They try to come to an agreement, avoid arbitration, and they have a deadline to be able to do so. If they don't, then they have to go to arbitration, and then in arbitration, the player submits a number that he thinks that he's worth, and then the team submits a number that they think that they're worth, and then an independent arbiter comes into the middle and then starts to basically you hear the airing of grievances.
Yep. Bringing it back.
You start to hear the airing of grievances. The player basically is up there trying to defend himself as to why he's worth this money.
It's just so ugly, man.
And the team has to go out there, Keith and Chris, and it's like
It's weird.
Basically talk shit about the player.
It's strange, yo.
It's so weird, man.
bro, imagine you're like married, right? And it's like the same kind of process, and you gotta talk shit about your wife about like, nah, she's not worth this, and then she's like, well, I'm worth this, and then you gotta go back home together.
How you sleep on the same bed?
Excuse me, Your Honor. I bought dinner for us both. It was a total of $150. When we got home, she went right to sleep.
Yeah, like it's that, you know what I mean? Yo, she didn't clean on Thursday. Like what? So Thursday she don't clean. Like,
Your Honor, she hogs half the bed or more most nights. I feel like I'm entitled to at least 75% of the bed space.
Yeah,
yes,
man,
and on top of that, me being, of course, a stay-at-home dad, of course, she makes the money, for example, or am I winning this, Your Honor?
It's just like
it's not happening.
not
I think
happen.
you know what, yeah. Let's pay her all that
everything.
with arbitration. Think about this. Like someone like Dylan Betances is looking at what we did this year, right?
Yeah.
Dylan is in Queens, like, oh, so it's like that. Y'all didn't go to arbitration with anybody, but when it was my time,
Yeah, well, there's that portion, and there's always a business side of it because a player could also try to. Okay, because all right, the problem is that arbitration, it kind of builds on each year, right? A player goes through 3 years of arbitration,
Yeah.
and each year builds on the other one, right? So if you set a record, let's just say how Mookie Betts this year set a record for arbitration.
What, 27?
27.5.
Every time if a player sets a record and that player plays the same or if not better, you kind of got to pay him more in the second, way more in the second year. So teams sometimes they don't want to set the records too much because if they do set the records, especially on the first year, then you're looking at he might get really expensive later on, right?
And I think that's why the Yankees got to steal with Judge. Because if
course.
Mookie got 27, you know what I mean?
But Mookie was on his last year of his arbitration,
Okay,
so it's
that makes
different.
sense.
Judge
That
was
makes
on his first year.
That makes sense.
And I think that
There's
the
levels
Yankees
to this.
and you know what? Hold on. There's arbitration. Let's just talk about the people that avoided arbitration. So Sessa got 809 and is this in order of no, it's not. 895K Sessa got, so he gets a raise. Chad Green, 1.275 million. Holder, 750K. Canely, $2.65 million. Judge, $8.5 million. Montgomery, $750K. Paxton, $12.5 million. He's on his last year of arbitration. Gary Sanchez, first year eligible, $5 million.
Big increase.
Big increase, and I think it's the second highest to ever get.
For a
catcher.
Yeah, for a catcher. Yeah.
And then Urshela is $2.475 million.
That's not bad.
Not bad, right? He be chilling on the beach with that shit, boy.
Not bad for Gio, B.
That's Gio. But I look at it like, yo, all right, it's good that they avoided the arbitration.
Right.
Bro, dealing with that shit, I just think about it. It must be awkward. It must be so awkward.
So super awkward. It's like, do you not like me? Are we friends or are we not really friends?
Exactly. So I think before that, and the Yankees they really do a good job at avoiding arbitration.
Mm-hmm.
Because before Dellin, I think it was Chimeng Wang that they went, right? Or that they went arbitration to. So they don't really do that. Damn, Chimeng Wang, that's a name, boy.
Chimeng Wang.
I don't want to talk about it. I'm still sad. I'm still sad, B.
Fucking Astros.
I thought, I thought, he was next. He was next up, man.
Damn it, man.
He was next up.
But I kind of have a feeling as to why. Because the only person that I was kind of scared about the arbitration thing, that it might go to arbitration, was Judge. Gary Sanchez, that would have been an ugly one.
Yeah.
I think that would have been ugly.
Now with Judge, man, I was very nervous, and then I saw the thing and said, "Oh no, we good."
Yeah, we good. I was nervous. That shit came down like
that was the last
minute.
one too, right?
Yeah,
that was the last one.
Like,
yo, I was nervous as hell. So yo, I was sweating. I'm like, damn, yo, I hope he's not going to arbitration, man. And even if they don't reach a deal, they can always reach a deal before the date that's set for arbitration. But what were you gonna say, Keith?
What was Judge making, right? Because he's got 8.5 million, and I think he was making like 680.
No, he was making like major league minimum.
Yeah,
like 585 or
something
like
low like that. And so people were saying, he got this ridiculous raise, but then this is Judge that we're talking about.
Yeah.
And the first thing I said in the chat, I was like, yo, they made the judges' chambers for this dude right away.
See, the problem, and I think that this, how would this shit have played out had Judge gone to arbitration? And I think it would have been a situation where I could already see, like, Levine's like, yeah, we got this, man. I think we could. I got a good case for you guys, man. I think we're gonna save us some money on this Judge character. Judge, and then Brian Cashman's like, Judge, huh? Okay. I'll be the judge of that. Mm-hmm.
Judgy.
Judge. The cold, courteous shaking of hands before the arbitration process. Judge is coming in. He got probably like a varsity jacket or something. Looking real cool. Probably shades too.
Shape up.
There's absolutely no sun outside. Judge definitely has shades. Probably Oakley's or some shit like that. Most likely. And he comes in the room.
Chewing gum.
And there's three chairs, right? There's chairs. There's a table, right? This is the way I picture arbitration. The one team is sitting on one side talking shit about the player. The player is sitting on the other side that's defending himself. And then there's the arbiter in the middle, right? In the chair in the middle. He just kind of listening, not saying anything. So everybody comes in, sits down, they put their paper down. Judge is walking around, takes off his varsity jacket, puts on his robe and sits in the arbiter chair. And his agent is sitting across from them. And he's like, you guys may speak. He's like, yeah, you could already see Levine's like, yeah, what's going on here? I'm here to judge this. I'm the arbiter. No, but it's supposed to be independent. I'm the judge here.
All rise.
All right. Am I the judge here? Anybody else named Judge? You James Judge? No. You named? No?
You're Levine.
Yeah, Levine's like, looked at Cashman real quick, like, yo, let's step outside real quick here. Step outside with his agent. 5 minutes later, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, 12.5 to 12.8 million. Like, all right, let's just settle that. Just takes off his robe and is like, job done? Job done. Case dismissed.
Gavel.
Just like that. Judge, it would have been a very uphill battle for the Yankees. Like, they would have said, oh, but you get injured a lot. And he's like, okay, and which of these injuries were related? Can you guys please provide some medical proof of Any of these injuries being related?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
hit by pitch.
see, yeah. Okay, so are you telling me that this is Judge talking as the judge, independently, right? Quote unquote.
Right.
Could said player have avoided the pitch? Was he the pitcher? He wasn't. Cashman's just like, he's not even saying shit. He's just staying on the side like, yo, bro, you wanted this, B. I don't, listen, Judge, for the record, B, I don't want the smoke, man. I'm not here for this. Man. I have to be here, all right? Hal said that the general manager has to be in the meeting. Sir, why are you talking here? The question, this is not the question. We're not talking about this, okay? We're asking about Judge. Yes, please continue making your case as to why Judge should not make his money. Please let us know. Yes. Any other words? Anything? Oh, you plead the fifth. You want to plead the fifth?
Fifth.
Do you want to take that approach in this process here?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys got a meeting to get to with Gary, right? Because I don't sit in on that one, but I imagine you guys are licking your chops to get to that bad boy over there,
Bro.
You can't.
With a flame, Gary.
You know what? Let's settle this amicably, yes, man. You know what I mean? You don't want Judge to throw a number out there, you know? So let's just settle this down, okay?
You really don't want Judge. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. So that to me is how the shit would have went down.
That's a hill you don't want to climb.
It's not.
You don't want Judge on your bad side.
Judge,
or you don't want to be on Judge's bad side.
No. Judge could like flip through some papers and
he's
say,
very judgmental. You know, he's a judgmental man. And he's gonna smile. Mm-hmm. You know, and he's going to judge you for it.
Judge is now. He always thinks before he speaks.
Yeah,
like he won't say something wild.
No, he'll get interviewed and he was like, he's like,
yeah, analyzing, like, yeah, man.
Well, you know, we're a team.
Yeah,
he's like, shit. He thought about all that. Do you know how much it took for him to come out and just say this shit, like when he was just like,
why does that matter?
Yeah.
Why does that matter?
Yeah, like, Judge, so you hit your first home run to
opposite field.
To left field in the year.
Oh, yeah.
So how do you feel about that?
Why does that matter?
Oh, okay. Judge, you got hurt, a couple of years in a row, man. We can't possibly give you this. I mean, give me a break. Give me a break.
Why does that matter?
Just the whole time he's just saying that. Why does that matter? Why does that matter?
Yeah, when Judge said that, I was like, oh,
he's like, oh shit, damn. Okay.
Spicy.
Yo, Meredith, what were you asked that question, B?
Yo,
nah, he was done. He was fed up at that point.
He was like, he just kept looking. He didn't shy away. He's like the camera. You guys see the camera, right? Like, yo, he's just looking like yo, bro. He's just looking right through them. Looking right through them. Like Derek Jeter would answer the same way. Like, okay.
Oh yeah.
What's that?
Oh man, me and Joe, when we used to watch the game together, we literally just stood over to watch the post game just to see Jeter.
Jeter's post game was funny.
It was a post game in itself. Like the Jeter.
That shit was funny because they'll ask him a question and then they'll say something like, we call them Jeter jokes.
Jeter jokes, yeah.
And they'll be like, hey, Jeter, you've been in a slump, 1 for 19 slump. How do you feel now? You got 2 hits tonight. He's like, yeah, where you? I'm glad I came to work today, huh? No, but seriously, that's exactly what he says. Yeah. He says, no, but seriously, no, it's good. This is why you keep working. This is why it's a long season. There's the answer right there. That's the answer that was the scripted answer. What he really wanted to say was the joke, quote unquote. The people probably giving him shit. Like, hey, he finally came to work today.
If there's like videos of Jeter's like previous interviews, like post game interviews, go and watch them, please.
Yeah, and then Mariano is just always saying that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
That's all he says. That's what it's all about.
It's one word though.
That's one word. Like there's bacon, egg, and cheese.
That's what it's all
You
about.
know, and that's what it's all about.
So,
it's all both one word. They're all one word. So that's some good stuff there. With that, anything else we got to talk about with arbitration?
I think everything. This offseason for the Yankees has been one of the smoothest.
People were throwing some stupid numbers in arbitration. They're like, "Oh, are you gonna do
Yankees
it?"
Twitter.
Yeah. Oh man, you guys are gonna have to pay Judge $20 million in arbitration this year. What are you guys gonna do then? Where?
No,
Who gets that the first year?
over under 20 million for Judge? I'm like, what are you talking about? Way under.
Yeah, what the hell?
You guys are wild.
Here's what I had in my notes for MLB. Right.
Okay.
We won our little arbitration this offseason, our little arbitration. That was cool. We avoided arbitration, paid everybody. But if MLB wanted to spice this up, if MLB wanted to make some ratings, we need a Judge Joe Brown style arbitration. We need a Judge Judy style arbitration.
Oh my God.
Oh, you definitely not getting, but you sleeping on the couch after that one, boy, forever. Forever, bro. There's no way they sleep, yo. Bro,
You know
with
MLB
the
is
player-
never letting anybody on the inside of that.
I think they should, personally, they should probably eliminate the arbitration process. That's just me.
They'll eliminate it before they show it. But that's the thing, like, okay, people don't even really realize about baseball. They don't do this in the NFL. They don't do this in NBA. This is something with baseball and the business of baseball that people don't really know. The common fan doesn't even understand this.
Right.
Every year I go back and read through the definition of it and then go check our players and see who's coming up for it. And that's, it has to do with control and it has to do with, what the league averages and stuff like that. I think if MLB was smart, they would figure out some way to educate the general fan, not the diehard fan, more about arbitration and the process and what actually goes down.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know what it is to me? To me, it's more like, in NBA, they have this process where then they give you a restricted free agent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which to me it's a little confusing too, because it's like, am I a free agent or not? Like, basically, as a restricted free agent in another, in NBA, you can be able to go to another team, any other team, right? However, teams give you offer sheets, then you have to go back to your original team.
Yep.
And they would have to either choose to match or something like that, or not. But then, so I think maybe MLB can do something like that. Maybe where you still got the player control. Maybe after the second, third year, something like that, you could be able to do that. Because I think that personally, 12 years of control for a player is a little too much.
Yeah.
There's 6 years in the MLB you get, and then in the minor leagues you can get up to 6 years as well. Mm-hmm. It's way too much control. I think so, right? And then look at Judge. He's not going to be a free agent till when? He's like 31.
Yeah. What's
Like an unrestricted free agent.
Which
He's
is
going to
wild.
be like, he's 26.
And then you're going to be expecting a big payday. Like,
Yeah, and then you're going to want years. You're doing this for some stability,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Doing this for a good time.
Baseball business.
Not a long time. Way up, I feel blessed. But yeah, so going from there to then, of course, our normal every week talk.
The cheating corner.
This
Good
week
cheat.
on Cheaters.
This week on Cheaters.
Cheaters.
Cheaters. Oh, that's another guy trying to cheat the system too. We'll talk about that in shenanigans and tomfooleries. MLB expected to hand down one of the harshest penalties to the Astros for cheating. That was reported by Bob Nightingale, which, because Bob said it, we now don't think it's going to happen because Bob said it.
Well, it's contradictory to what was said last week, that it was going to be more like a slap on the wrist. But now,
Well, we thought now, that being said,
yeah,
that makes me feel a little better,
the harshest.
They said that they're about, like within 2 weeks, they should come out with
End
something.
of the month, I think, is what they're shooting
Yeah.
for.
How do you guys feel about this? Or do you have no feeling as of yet?
Honestly, I don't have a feeling yet.
I think last week I said that I didn't think they were gonna get a harsh enough penalty, and now that's like confirmed for me. Now I'm like, okay, if they're doing all of this, like hyping it up, oh, it's coming. It's gonna be the harshest ever. It's gonna be. I'm like,
That's how I feel.
Like, you can't gas me up.
No, right.
See, but then
Because I want it to be.
I think MLB wouldn't have said shit if they felt it was going to be a slap on the wrist.
Exactly.
They wanted to like kind of put it in the corner, kind of
Nah,
thing.
I think it's pretty much done. And the people that have heard about what it's gonna be, people are like, that's not really enough. And obviously, they like, Yankee fans is not gonna be enough for us because we hate the Astros, whatever.
What is
Dodger
their-
fans too. Don't let me leave y'all out. But I said this has to be a crippling penalty to stop other teams from doing it
it
because
has to be.
we'll get to the Red Sox in a few minutes.
Well, they said
but
that
the
they're-
Red Sox went back and cheated again because the
Yeah.
penalty that they got hit with wasn't enough.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. So there's that, right? And then there's the other portion of it where they also said that they're not looking to punish players
Right.
there, which I think
That's fine.
it's fine because if you're being instructed by your organization, what are you going to do? Not
Top down.
Right?
It is what it is.
like there's nothing. They're telling you have to do this, right? Like, what are you going to do? Not do it and not get playing time?
Michael Brantley comes to Houston last year. He falls in line.
Right. So it's the same
If
thing.
they were still doing it last year, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. So I think, and I felt the same way as you, Keith. I feel like, oh shit, MLB is really gonna drop because they're not gonna drop 2 weeks before, kind of like hype it up, like yo, we're about, and then drop this little fugazi,
It's a
like,
but it's
we're just gonna fine you.
But it's possible.
They're not doing that.
I'd rather wait to see exactly what's going to happen because anybody can say, yeah, it's going to be the harshest of all time. And then it's like,
you can tell how serious certain news is going to be by when in the week is dropped. And that shit was dropped on like a Wednesday. If somebody wants to kind of put something in the back burner, one, that wouldn't have came out. Two, when it does come out, when the suspension comes out, if it comes out on a Friday, late afternoon, they're trying to like bury the lead. That's what they call it.
okay.
So if they're trying to like put it front and center, right? Then you'll see when in the week the Yankees. The Yankees are the ones in there freaking doing this. They're in the meetings with the commissioner. It's
They're the
like,
ones.
we were affected more than anybody. And they glance at the Dodgers. Anybody. We were affected more than anybody in baseball. The Dodgers are like, I'm not going to say anything.
The Dodgers must be the most pissed
but they're not. That's the thing.
because back to
checked
back,
out.
2017 and then 2018.
If it was us, if we went to if the Astros were in the NL and we went to back World Series and faced NL teams that cheated, Yankee fans would be on 3,000.
Oh, yeah.
Dodger fans are like already defeated.
Yeah.
They're checked out. They're like, like they were checked out last year. So they're not really, I don't know. I looked through the Dodger fans' tweets online. I have a friend that's a Dodgers fan. They're not even really tripping. Like the Yankee fans are the main ones.
be fucking
We're the angry mob with the pitchforks right now.
I'm gonna be real.
Be real, son.
Can I be real, Chris?
Be real, son.
Please.
Can I be real, Keith?
Please be real.
All right. If it was reverse, and it was the Yankees that did this shit, boy,
Oh, yeah.
I would have been kind of embarrassed. I would have been really embarrassed. But I would have said, "Yo, bro, I got a ring, B. Like, what that got to do with anything? You know what I mean? If you ain't, I would have said all the lines like, man, what? You ain't cheating. You ain't trying. You ain't.
Everybody else was doing it.
Everybody else was doing it. Psh, what the hell?
They
Like,
don't got enough evidence.
we
It's
gotta
all
do-
speculation.
Gotta do what we gotta do. Baseball changing the baseballs. They
the
changing the
baseballs were
baseballs.
juiced.
All
What's
that,
going
all that
on?
nonsense that
Yeah,
Houston.
start sweating while you're saying it. Like that's me. Like, hey, guys, like you guys, right, Chris?
Please?
Please. The Red Sox, however, news came out with them.
Your Red Sox.
Red Sox, yo, what's good, man? Join the party, B.
trash.
You trash, son. Yo, Red
real.
Sox. You trash, son. Yeah, what's good, bro? You trash, B. Evan Drillich. Did I say it right? Evan Drillich?
Longoria?
No, Evan Drillich says MLB sign stealing controversy broadened. Sources say the Red Sox used video replay room illegally in 2018. And then there was a story on The Athletic and all of that stuff. On there, basically, it says 3 people who were on the Red Sox during the 108-win 2018 season told The Athletic that during the regular season, at least some players visited the replay room during the game to learn the sign sequence opponents were using. The replay room is just steps away from the home dugout at Fenway Park through the same doors that lead to the batting cage. Every team's replay staff travels to road games, making the system viable in other parks as well. So somebody said that, it's cheating, blah, 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 and all that stuff. The Red Sox declined to comment. And then later on,
No comment.
Red Sox declined to comment. And then in the report, Brendan Cuddy was like, in the report, it was put that as far back as 2015, the Yankees used the video replay room to learn other teams' sign sequences. Multiple sources told The Athletic other teams likely were doing the same. Sources said the Red Sox began doing it no later than 2016. Right? Jomboy came out with something. Well, I don't want to say some. We'll talk about these tweets later on because I'll say what the difference is here in, our opinions, and then we'll read some funny tweets. Let me see if there's anything else before I say anything.
What, regarding the Yankees?
No, regarding this particular report about the Red Sox. So also as a part of that, Andy Martino then comes out and says that, to be clear, MLB is not investigating or aware of any allegations against the Yankees for sign stealing in 2018 or 2019 as they are with the Red Sox. Reason that he said that is because Twitter, and the GM, the assistant GM, the one that got fired, so we all know about his ethical standards and, was saying what he was saying about Osuna to that reporter. And then he gets fired. He basically said it was trying to look into the Yankees doing something with a camera pregame.
He challenged somebody in center field.
Yeah.
They said,
and apparently it was nothing because they were just trying out a new Yes camera.
It was MLB approved.
It was MLB approved and all that stuff. So it was, like I said, when you think when you're cheating, you think everybody else is cheating. You know what I mean? It's like, what a system are they using? Huh?
Suspicious of everybody.
You did it.
You did.
They what?
They what?
He said they what?
What are you talking about?
But yeah, so the Yankees assistant GM who reported this incident to MLB at the time or whatever it is. How do you guys feel?
Basically, the Yankees are in the clear.
Yeah, the Yankees are in the clear.
We good, but we knew he was good.
Yeah. The way with the Red Sox thing,
Yeah.
I don't look at it in the same light as the Astros,
No.
right? You can't. There's way.
It's not the same thing.
Because the Astros were viewing signs live, a live stream of somebody in center field and then relaying that there's nobody on base.
Mm-hmm.
What the Red Sox did, I feel like it's something all teams would do anyway. And even before the game, you probably look at video to see what signs they use. So when you're on second base, you try to see if you could either decipher them, or I think that's part of it.
They were told not to.
That's the problem, right?
And
so
someone said
that's
it was
the problem.
MLB said
open book test, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
They took the test with the open book.
Right. The problem was in 2017, MLB was like, listen, this is not how you're going to use replay. You guys are going to be fined, undisclosed amount, whatever it is. And then the Red Sox assured MLB that they would not do it again, right? And then they come back and do it again.
And that's why I'm saying this Astros penalty has to be crippling.
That's that.
Or it's going to continue.
Yes.
And I'm going to watch baseball until I'm off this planet. And I'm going to watch baseball knowing, this is still going on. And teams are still going to do it. They're just going to hide it better. The technology's just going to get better.
Shame.
Shame.
badass kids.
Shame.
Shame.
You know
Straight up.
when you tell a kid, yo, stop bouncing on the couch. All right. Then you go to the kitchen, you come back, and they start bouncing on the couch.
Right.
I'm like, yo, fam, like I just told you, stop bouncing on the
That
couch.
didn't do anything. You got to put the fear into these teams,
Exactly.
not just that, like from the top down. These owners, that's what I'm saying. So the owners, the GMs, the Hinches, you know, whoever is
The Hinges,
whoever is coming up with the ideas,
The Rothschilds.
the Rothschilds.
but it's like this, bro. If they don't come down on the Astros hard, like this, put a black eye on the entire league.
Oh no, you have to. It's kind of like if the way that you kind of, or the way that it would be when I was younger, right? And I'm the oldest one, right? And if I did something bad, and my brother's here, he could attest to that. And I'm not saying that you should, you know, beat your kid's ass or whatever it is, but like my mom would like straight put the fear of God into me, and by doing that,
That falls in
my
line.
other my other
else.
siblings are like, whoa. Even my half sister's like, whoa. Like it's like, oh, that's not gonna happen to you, me. But my half sister's like, whoa. So everybody's like,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to like mess with that beast because I see what he. And I was like, you know. So the Astros are gotta be
the punishment.
the people that's put on the pedestal with that dunce cap, where you're like, you know, on the way in from class or whatever it is, everybody's looking at it like, yo, shit, I don't want to do that. I don't want to end up like this guy, B, because, and then every other incident will fall into line.
Was wild with the whole Astro situation. I think we mentioned it before. MLB was enamored with the Astros. Everything was about the Astros.
Yeah.
They were the team in the forefront. You know, oh, this is a team of destiny.
They built them up. That's
so
why
it's like,
they feel hurt, B.
Yeah. Because it's like
Make an example out of them. They have to go from the league's sweethearts.
They have to.
They got to go from the sweethearts
They're like, bro,
to the worst kid in the class.
we took you out of that bullshit NL.
Yeah.
We helped you. We gave you a DH. You know?
Correa.
Correas.
Altuve.
The Altuves.
Yeah.
I coaching
Bregmans.
you, B. What are you doing?
Springer.
Why are you doing this to me, man?
Bro, everything. Who was out there? I mean, they're
Get
talking about
that freaking Fresh Prince shit where he's like, what was that? Don't love me, man.
why he don't want me.
Why you don't want me, man?
Yo, but it's true, man, because like, you know, they talk about how baseball they don't really commercialize their players or whatever, but Altuve was out there.
MVP
Bregman was out there.
Altuve? Hell
you know,
yeah.
Correa was out there, like on TV and,
Yeah.
and all this stuff. It's
Bregman.
Like you know, Astros were everything.
Correa proposed to his girl at the World Series
At
or
the World
something like
Series,
that.
man.
Yo,
So-
get them all the way out of here.
Bro, so that's why. So now it's like, oh, so this is why.
They call them a small market team. Oh my God, they got Justin Verlander and all of these things. And I feel like now they've become very cocky.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you know what it is? It's the
Yeah.
Golden State shit, B.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. With Golden State, it feels like they got too cocky. Like Golden State, the owners are like, well, we're light years ahead of everybody else in the NBA. And then the Cavs humbled them. And then it's like, sometimes, yo, bro, you just got to get humbled.
Could you imagine if the Astros won this past World Series?
Oh, no way. That shit would have been unbearable. But to them, the Astros be like, boy, we won.
We won.
You know what I mean? Well, we won, though.
We won. Yeah. It is what it is. It's what it is.
But you'll be like, yo, I would probably be defiant. I'll be like, put an asterisk on it. What you gonna do?
For the Astros.
Yeah, asterisks on the Astros, B.
I hate to say this.
2 rings.
I think the league loves them too much.
Too
It's
young.
like the favorite child.
Not no more. Now you gotta.
Nah, but they're
you gotta
still
beat. You
the
gotta beat.
favorite.
You gotta beat
Bro,
the Astros' ass
bro,
now.
they
You gotta
they
beat
They
their
gotta
ass.
beat their ass, but they're still the favorite. That's
Bro.
why it's gonna be like suspensions and
Nah.
fines. And to me,
they embarrassed the whole league,
the whole sport.
bro.
don't
That's
see
like
now.
that's like the golden child embarrassing you in front of the family. Like,
The fact that Cora is linked to both incidents, he's gonna bro.
Yo, I call for him to be
get
banned.
the
He's
fuck
gonna
out
get-
of here.
Yo,
They gotta put him next to
bro,
Pete Rose. Him and Pete
he's
Rose gotta
gonna
be
get-
somewhere
Yo,
banned
Cora.
for life.
bro.
Get
He's
the
gonna get that shit, B. He's.
I mean,
fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, nigga.
Exactly what they're gonna
Get out of here, Cora.
That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Outta here.
That's what's happening.
Nah, you can't like that can't be coincidence, B.
No,
That
there is no more
cannot be
coincidence.
coincidence. Like you were there. You already linked to the whole bullshit and shenanigan in Houston.
Bro, you watching the Astros, Yankee fan? You watching the Astros and the Red Sox getting punished?
I love it.
I love it.
My two least favorite teams are the Astros and Red Sox.
I love it.
I'm rooting for the worst. I'm rooting for the worst for both of them. Yo.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, good, of course.
Gotta cripple them. And I'm saying that not knowing exactly what's gonna happen, but like when I say cripple them, I don't want the Astros to be competitive in the next years to come.
Listen, the way to make this square is very simple. Send Mookie Betts to I don't know, the Marlins. That's it. And send Bregman and no, keep Correa on there because I think he gets hurt a lot, so I think that's pretty fair.
Some Bregman, Arizona.
Send Bregman to like I don't know, Seattle. All right, good. throw his ass to Seattle.
No, they're gonna stay.
But you know what? Make him play there for a year. Then you got to come back to your old team again. I see people. That's punishment because you beating their ass throughout the season. Then you come back like, yo, back, yeah, what's good?
It was popping.
There was a meme going around. Like I see people joking about it. They were like, oh, the Astros have to sign Bartolo Colon and put him in center field and make him bat lead off.
You know what? He might do good.
Yeah, he might.
Yeah, if they're banging on the trash can and sending him change up, son. Like, come on, man.
There's nothing that Colon can't do.
Exactly. And well, we also have a little bit of other news in shenanigans and tomfooleries. These are just exactly what they are, guys. This little segment here is exactly what it is. Just
we can have some fun with this.
Just a shenanigan and tomfoolery. Listen, a minor leaguer sued the Yankees. This is by Brendan Cuddy of NJ.com. A failed Yankees prospect in a bizarre lawsuit demanded $34 million, guys. Million. Okay? With an M.
Bugging.
Million. Okay? $34 million from the team because he says Derek Jeter ruined his career. First of all, Derek Jeter has no idea who this man is, probably. That's number one.
No,
okay?
100% doesn't know who he is.
He probably has no idea who this man is. In the article, basically, they were saying that the Yankees were trying to keep Derek Jeter around, which basically stunted his career. That's the gist of it.
Bro,
just sue NHL while you at it. Sue NBA. Like, bro, you don't make it, you don't make it.
He actually... I think it was football or it was hockey. He sued.
He did play?
He sued another league.
He played other sports and sued other leagues.
You know what this guy is? You're driving down Grand Concourse, 5 miles an hour. You see a guy, he's like stutter stepping, and then he jumps in front of your car like, oh, oh shit. And then he's looking toward the courthouses right there on 161 like, oh shit, my leg. Everybody seen that, right? Yo, $5 million.
$5 million. $5 million.
$5 million, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
But like
5.
Nothing that I read matched up. This dude is 30 years old.
Yeah.
Jeter is 45.
Well, I mean, he could have toward the end of Jeter's career kind of thing.
Nah, don't
He
try.
could have been in the minor leagues.
I'm
not trying to listen, I'm just putting it together.
Jeter played for 20 years.
So let's just say if the dude was let's just say he's like 20, right?
Nah.
If he was 20, Jeter was in the league 10 years ago.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I don't even know how this makes
news.
news.
He's saying that the Yankees kept Jeter on the team and basically kept him.
It stunted him from coming up.
But bruh, listen to me.
Cito Culver.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Ronald Torreyes, okay? That's all I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
Ronald Torreyes. That's it. Okay?
Yeah.
Giovanni Urshela, okay? That's it. You pay your dues, B. Fuck out of here trying to get out of here with that shit, bro.
What's wild is that
trying to get a free ride, bro. What the hell?
I never heard of that, man.
This is exactly why millennials get a bad rap. This dude is 30 years old.
Nah, we don't claim him, B.
And he's making excuses for why he didn't make it. I read something that said this dude, he went through his $675,000 signing bonus. that the Yankees gave him in 2008. And now he's like set up this lawsuit because he was like sleeping in his car. All of this like ridiculous stuff where it's like, yo, who is this dude?
Fam, they gave you money.
Right. And first off, you did actually get some bread off them.
You got
what
bread.
happened after that? That's on you.
That's on you.
We need some accountability.
Bro, he just batted over 200. It was something like that.
Garrison
He came in-
Lassiter is this guy's name.
He came in. They went into the court. Jeter
Jeter
probably
wasn't
didn't even
there.
go. The Yankees were there, and the Yankees were like,
Who in the blue hell are you?
that's exactly how it happened, guys. And nobody's gonna tell me otherwise. And
Yeah, right.
you think you're gonna get that shit?
Yeah, right.
Okay, that guy. Okay, that guy.
Never
What?
pitch
He got
again.
a slap wrist. He got a slap tear, and you thought that his career was over. He was 40 years old.
Yeah, right.
No, it's not.
Get out of here.
Fuck out of here with that
fuck outta
shit.
here,
Get the fuck out of here with that
Get
shit,
out of
man.
here, you bum.
He's probably
bum.
giving people ideas. There's a lot of
trash,
people out there
son.
that are seeing that and they're like, whoa, I actually have a case. Now watch how many other cases pop up that
You a
make the
loser.
news.
You a loser.
You're a loser. You're a loser.
You're a loser. Get out of here.
I feel like that somewhere Arnold Schwarzenegger said that somewhere. I need
Yeah, we
that
gotta
audio.
Get that. We gotta get that audio. You're a loser.
You loser, right?
You trying to get some money. You're not gonna get the money.
That shit is probably in Kindergarten Cop somewhere. It has to be in Kindergarten Cop.
It is.
But yo, bro, for that guy, for sure.
You trash, son!
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Bum ass.
Fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here, nigga!
That should be like that should be a part of the show. Like it's time for get the fuck out of here.
Straight up.
Oh, yo, get the fuck out of here. Goof ass.
Goofy.
You and your goof ass. Goof. You goofy.
Oh, yuck.
Imagine Jeter just getting a Google alert, like reading that article, like Garrison Lassiter.
Who the fuck is this
Like,
dude?
yo,
That's probably
miss
a guy.
me with the bullshit.
That's probably a guy when Jeter was rehabbing. He was like, "Hey, Mr. Jeter, look, I got you a cup of water." He's like, "Get the fuck out of here with that shit."
Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Get the fuck out of here.
He's like,
Water.
I'ma get
I
you
drink
back, Jeter.
Gatorade.
"Yeah, that's right.
They pay me right now, B.
I'm gonna get you back, Jeter. Last thing I do."
He's that bad guy from Incredibles 1.
Yeah, the one that came back. The one that came back.
If you guys haven't seen Incredible 1, go watch that. The Incredibles part 1. Go watch that shit. And you'll know exactly what we're talking about.
That's it.
The bad guy, that's him. Okay?
That's him.
What an asshole.
What a bum. You're a loser.
You trash, son!
All right, we got a voicemail. Nah, let's get serious. Get serious.
Nah.
Yo, guys, every year, by the way, just inside joke. Every year, me and Chris, since we've been like
16.
no, when we turned 16 for the first time.
Oh no, 18. It was 18.
No, 18th, yeah.
Yeah, it was 18.
18th birthday. I was like, yo, Chris, I'm 18 now, bro. Like, and, Chris' birthday is in May. I'm like, mine's is in February. I'm like, yo, Chris, I'm 18, man. It's time to get serious.
Serious.
I've been saying that every year since, B.
Literally
I'm
not.
32 years old, and there's no end in sight.
Literally not 10 minutes later.
I'm
serious
seriously,
about what?
yeah, I'm seriously serious about not being serious, guys.
Not 10 minutes,
basically
not
what
10
that's
minutes
about.
later, we're making a joke about something.
Exactly. All right, let's get to this voicemail here. Nice voicemail. Guys, you guys got to leave us your name in the voicemail so that we can be able to
Shout you out.
shout you out. You know what I mean? Oh, shit, I almost erased that shit by mistake. Oh, shit. My bad.
You can't be serious.
Can't be serious. Keep going. All right, so this one is from somebody. Well, but thank you for...
Thank you, sir.
Are you that somebody? All right, let's go.
Thank you, mans.
Hey, with all of the talk of the Yankees needing an infielder, lefty bench, back coming off the bench, what would you think about a reunion with Neil Walker? I'll hang up.
I'll
right.
hang up.
Thank you so much. Like I'll hang up and listen.
I'll
I
hang
like
up.
that. I like that.
I
We-
like that. I like that.
That's some good old
Like he
So
called
what
into
was-
the radio.
WFAN vibes, guys.
So Neil Walker's numbers last year. You wanna hear
Okay.
it?
And leave us a voicemail 347-389-4898. Hey, real quick.
4898.
That's what it said. 347-389-4898.
So Neil Walker, 337 at bats, 261 average, 8 home runs, 38 RBIs, 3 stolen bases with an OPS of 738.
Marlins, right?
Marlins.
Sure. But
A reunion.
I mean,
Played 115 games.
I'm cool on
I
him.
think that there's just
I'm
all the
good.
alternatives.
Yeah, I just think this is talk that we get in January in the
Yeah.
off season. And
Don't worry about it, guys. Spring training's next month, guys.
We
We're
got a
almost
month.
there.
We're 30-some days away, closer to 30 than 40. Like, all of this is going to be dead when you get to spring training and you see how many, like, talented players we have.
Yeah.
I'm good on Neil Walker. It was cool a couple years back. The utility guy, he got hot late. Like, I'm good. He's, he's pretty much washed out here. Like,
with my man, Jake, not from State Farm, but Story Alley, talking Jake. But basically, he would love Neil Walker back. You know what I mean? To be able to bring that Disco Neil back, I get it.
the Disco Neil.
But I don't think.
But
it's
I
in
mean,
the cards.
we do need like a lefty back coming off the bench though, like that.
We do, or
Just Mike Ford.
I believe in Mike Ford jersey.
Mike Ford.
I know people don't want to say,
Yeah.
Mike Ford, but you can't discredit
numbers
the man.
don't lie. Check the scoreboard.
Spring training. It's a big spring
Mike
training for
Ford,
him.
and he had, didn't he have like an 8-something OPS? Like when he was playing every day. Come on,
9.
And the clutch gene. He showed us that clutch gene a bunch of times, man.
Yeah, you had that walk off, right? Was it a walk?
He had a walk
Oh,
off.
somebody just left us a voicemail. I wonder what they're saying.
In LA, he had a couple
909 OPS. 909
nice
OPS.
hits.
Jeff would need to hear it just to hear and see.
Gotta screen it first.
Nah, fair. I don't like that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Were you reading the transcript of the voicemail right now?
Yeah, I'm not reading that shit. No way. Nice try, brother. Nice try. Anyway,
The Astros called.
Yeah, it was
Somebody
crazy.
from Houston called in.
I don't know who or what. Probably sounds like it. We'll talk about it after.
Somebody's tight.
Yeah. So I guess the last thing is
If you want to know about that voicemail, check Joe's IG on the fly. On the fly.
yeah, maybe. I'm not bringing that shit up. Anyway, so legs or no legs, this Arenado stuff.
Arenado.
Yeah. I love Nolan Arenado.
Every time Arenado
Everybody
hits a home run, we
Yeah. I have him in fantasy baseball.
yeah, you did. For like
He's like the
3
reverse. He's
years.
like the reverse Blake Griffin for me.
Yeah. Every year. That
He's the
Joe-
man.
Every year that Joe.
I would love
He's great.
He gets
Nolan Arenado. Bring that Puerto Rican
wouldn't?
over here.
Who wouldn't?
But not happening. Not happening, Captain.
No legs.
No legs.
But-
yeah, there's no legs.
All right, that's it. That's it for that one. All right,
There's
so
no legs.
Yeah, it's good for Twitter. It's good for Twitter replies.
it's good for fantasy teams.
Yeah, it's good. It's good for like hot it's a good conversation piece, but it's just not gonna happen.
Good.
We are done with
Yes.
the offseason. We are not gonna get Nolan Arenado.
We are.
It's okay.
And the same way that we're done with this off season, we are done with this podcast.
Hey.
Keith, you got anything else you wanted to say?
Nah, the weather was nice today. Thanks for having me again. It's always chill. It's always vibes. I know you about to head to
Head
the
into
DR.
Head into the DR.
Yeah.
Look for Keith. Make sure you guys go on there. I know he got this the baseball trivia that he does every day.
I'm gonna do a baseball trivia with y'all
Oh, nice.
Okay.
So he's doing baseble trivia.
when we get off because
Right here.
it might be a curveball that we don't want to do on the podcast.
Exactly. And then you look at all sorts of dumb, like, I don't know. Which way did he go, George? And Chris, you got anything else you want to say?
Scott Brocious.
What? You mentioned that was your
I'm just glad that the whole arbitration thing is done.
Good.
I feel like the Yankees. I think they're ready to go, man.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
I just can't wait for spring
Guardy
training.
announced.
Facts.
Well, remember, around this time, we signed DJ LeMahieu.
Yeah, a year ago.
Anything
in
can
a couple
happen.
days. Yeah.
Anything can happen. So under the radar signing is still possible even January and February. So guys, make sure you guys leave a voicemail 347-389-4898. Also, feel free to follow us. Follow me, Joe's McFly, Twitter and Instagram. Follow Chris.
Chris McFly 28.
Follow Keith.
At Keith McPherson.
And then you can follow Jeff only on Twitter at Young God Jeff. And also follow Pinstripe Strong and subscribe to the YouTube. Yes. And to the podcast. And make sure you leave a 5-star review.
Voicemails.
Yes. Voicemails, all of that shit, guys. But like I always say, all right? Always say this. Make sure you guys keep your pinstripes on and stay pinstripe strong. We in here once again next week, next Sunday. Let's go Yankees. Tell them, Noah. Woo! Much better, Jeff. Much better. Good shit, Jeff.
Yeah, that shit was
Good
fire.
shit. Yo, fuck that guy that left a voicemail, B. Whatever that is, yo.
What do you say?
That
We
ass.
still live? We
Yeah,
still
we-
live?
Oh, the YouTube is.
Nah, it's good. I'm good. I hope you heard that shit, B. Try to get me out here, man. You
What do you
think
say?
I want to show you right
See,
now.
this is why we gotta screen this shit, B. Like we can't just put.
Too many trolls.
Nah, but
Yeah,
that's
man.
what here it shows you this.
Oh, what he's saying?
Yeah. We're gonna play it. But
You gonna play here?
This for
no, I'm not playing that shit on My name is Jeff.
after pod. After pod.
Jeff, did you get any good questions on the feed?
Someone asked you, what do you think about the judge on the New York Giants? Okay.
He's serious. He's like a real serious hardo, right? But I feel like the
Listen,
Yankees.
I'm not phased because I've seen
That too.
Pat Shermer's press conference.
Yeah.
I've seen when Gettleman came in, and I've seen before Schumer. Who was it? The not McCaffrey. What's his name? McAdoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that, and I'm just like, I'm not phased. But
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see.
We'll see.
Right.
What?
I like turtles.
I like turtles. Let me see here. I'm trying to see if somebody said anything. Somebody said, I don't want Hap on the team. Hey, you know what? That's
I didn't want Hap on the
guys,
team
yes.
years ago. 2
Yeah.
years ago.
I see some of the people in there. Guys, the mods, thank you guys so much. I think Kat, Asia,
Baseball
Elizabeth. We were talking about Elizabeth actually before the podcast, actually. Thank you. And Metra, and I'm sure
Metro
Jared.
Boomin
I don't know if
wants some
Jared
ball.
came in here. Michael's always in here too, so thank you, Michael. So whoever else kind of stood by and watched us here and all that stuff. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Appreciate the support. All right. Peace.